Bold and beautiful 2-week spoilers made 26 June 6. Liam and Sheila's life-changing decisions and 2 exits. The sun bathed the cliffside beach house in a soft orange glow, but inside Liam Spencer's mind, storm clouds raged. He stood alone in his living room, whiskey in hand, staring at a photo of Kelly. His daughter's smile was a tether, one of the last things keeping him grounded. Everything had changed since Sheila Carter's trial. She walked free again, and this time there was a strange calm about her. Dangerous, focused. Liam never thought he'd say it, but something about Sheila's sudden desire to reform felt real, and that terrified him more than her usual chaos, because when Sheila Carter meant something, she became unstoppable. He took a sip and flinched as his phone buzzed. Unknown number. He hesitated, then answered. Liam, came the unmistakably smooth voice. Sheila, he said tightly, you're the last person I want to hear from. I doubt that, she purred. We need to talk. I know how to fix this mess for both of us. For good. Bargains and Brooke's shock. At Forrester Creations, Brooke Loken tapped her manicured nails against the conference table, clearly impatient. Ridge, something's off, she said, throwing down a tabloid cover. Sheila's back in the public's good graces. And guess who they're linking her to? Liam. Ridge took the paper and frowned. Liam Spencer and Sheila Carter seen in heated exchange outside Il Giardino. This has to be a misunderstanding, he said, but he didn't believe it. Liam wouldn't go anywhere near her, not after what she did to Steffi and Finn. Don't be so sure, Brooke replied. He's spiraling, and Sheila knows how to twist a broken man into her puppet. Meanwhile, at Spencer Publications, Bill was having a similar crisis. Wyatt stood in front of him, brows raised. Dad, tell me you didn't just say what I think you said. Sheila's dangerous, yes, but if Liam is working with her, we need to find out why before he becomes another casualty. The secret pact. Liam met Sheila at an abandoned art gallery downtown, far from Beverly Hills and prying eyes. She was already there, dressed in sleek black, her green eyes gleaming with purpose. Why the secrecy? Liam asked warily. Because we're about to destroy Steffi's perfect world, she said simply. Liam stiffened. I'm not helping you hurt her. I don't want to hurt her, Sheila said. I want peace, and I know you do too. But peace won't come unless we eliminate the threat. Liam narrowed his eyes. What threat? Sheila, she said smiling. The old Sheila. I'm giving you the opportunity to help me fake my death. For real this time. No comebacks. No loopholes. No tricks. He blinked. You're serious. Disappearing is the only way to save both of us, she said. And I can do it. But I need someone to leak the plan, to distract the Forresters while I vanish. Liam looked down at the photo of Kelly in his wallet. He hated Sheila, but maybe this was the only way to finally stop her, by helping her disappear. Goodbye, Finn. At the hospital, John Finnegan was busy reviewing files when Steffi walked in. She looked tense, too tense. We have a problem, she said. He looked up. What's wrong? Liam. He's been acting strange. He barely looks me in the eye, and I know he met with Sheila. Finn froze. I thought that was over, he said. I thought you were done with him emotionally. I am, Steffi said. But if Liam's protecting her, I need to know. For our kids. For you. Later that night, Finn stood alone outside Sheila's apartment. He hadn't seen his biological mother in days. That in itself was suspicious. But before he could knock, he found the door ajar. Inside, there was blood. And a note. Exit 1. Sheila vanishes. The news broke the next morning. Sheila Carter was presumed dead. Her car had gone off a cliff on Mulholland Drive. No body recovered. But blood, tire tracks, and a witness, unverified, told police the story they wanted to hear. Sheila Carter was gone. Ridge didn't buy it. Convenient, he said to Brooke. No body, no proof. Maybe it's over, Brooke offered. Maybe Liam helped her disappear. That's what scares me. In the shadows of the Forrester mansion, Liam stood outside the gate, watching his daughter play in the garden with Steffi. His part in Sheila's disappearance had been clean. No proof. No one would know. But the guilt, it was already eating him alive. Exit 2. Hope leaves lay. Elsewhere, Hope Loken stared out the plane window, tears in her eyes. She'd made her decision the night before, after walking in on Thomas and Paris in bed. She was done. Done with Liam's obsession with Steffi. Done with Thomas' broken promises. Done with being second to everyone. She had booked a one-way flight to Milan. to start over. Before boarding, she left one letter for her mother. "Don't look for me. I need to live my life. For once, it's going to be about me." Ridge versus Lamb. Back at Forrester, the bombshells had detonated. Sheila's gone. Hope's gone. And now you're next. Ridge asked Lamb, stepping into the Spencer office. Liam looked up from his desk, already worn down. "I don't owe you anything. You owe this family the truth." "What if the truth is, I made a call none of you had the guts to make?" Liam said quietly. Ridge stiffened. "What are you saying?" "I ended it," Liam said. "I helped Sheila disappear. She's not dead, but she's gone. She won't hurt anyone again." Ridge stepped forward, fury in his eyes. "You don't get to make that decision alone." "Someone had to," Liam said, rising. "And don't pretend you wouldn't have done the same." Ridge didn't answer. He simply stared, and then turned and left. The real plan. But Sheila wasn't gone. Not really. She sat in a quiet villa in South America, sipping wine and reading the headlines on her burner phone. "Presumed dead," she whispered. Not bad for a woman who refused to die. Next to her was a small suitcase, filled with IDs, cash, and a photo of Hayes, her grandson. "I'll be back," she whispered, "when it's time." Back in Los Angeles, Finn got the full autopsy report. Blood found at the scene? Not human. Sheila had pulled off the ultimate scam again. Fallout in future. In Hope's empty office, Brooke stood silently, holding her daughter's letter. "She really left," Ridge said gently. Brooke nodded. She needed to. "And Liam?" "Isn't who I thought he was," Brooke said. Meanwhile, Steffi and Finn held their children closer. Every shadow felt suspicious. Every unanswered phone call sparked anxiety. And Thomas? Thomas began to spiral, abandoned again, rejected again. With Hope gone, he slipped deeper into the darkness that wants to find him. Cliffhanger ending. 2 weeks after Sheila's death, Liam received a package in the mail. No return address, just a black envelope. Inside was a photo, taken through a long lens. Sheila, smiling, alive, in a new country. On the back, a note written in her unmistakable hand. "I said I'd protect you, Liam, but only if you protect me. Don't break your promise." Liam's hands trembled. He looked out the window. Sheila Carter wasn't gone, and now she owned him. A dangerous hold. Lamb stared at the photo for hours, fingers curled tightly around the edges, like he could crush the truth out of it. The message scrawled on the back echoed in his head. "Don't break your promise." He hadn't heard from Sheila since she staged her death, hadn't seen her, hadn't smelled the chaos she always dragged behind her. He convinced himself it was over. But she was alive. Sheila Carter had left the country, yes, but she hadn't left him. Daddy. Kelly's small voice jolted him from his spiraling thoughts. She stood in the doorway, hugging her stuffed bunny. He tucked the photo away immediately and knelt. "Hey, sweetheart, everything okay? I had a bad dream. You weren't here." His heart cracked. "I'm always here, baby, I promise." But even as he said it, he knew he was lying. Because as long as Sheila was out there, he wasn't free. None of them were. Hope's Mulan temptation. Hope Logan stood at the edge of Lake Como, wind catching her honey blonde hair as she gazed out across the glittering water. Mulan was peaceful, stylish, and so uncomplicated. Far from Thomas, far from Liam, and far from her mother's expectations, but not far from someone else. Hope Logan, came a voice behind her, deep, familiar. She turned to see R.J. Forrester, his boyish charm now replaced by something more intense, more grounded. He'd been sent to the Forrester International office 6 months earlier, but she hadn't expected to see him here. "R.J.," she said, blinking in surprise, "what are you doing here?" "I work here now," he said with a half smile. "And I heard you ran away to Italy, so I figured I'd track you down." She laughed softly, but there was tension in her eyes. R.J. stepped closer. "You okay?" She hesitated. "I'm getting there." But as they walked together along the cobbled streets of Milan, Hope found herself wondering, could he be more than family?